So I went to a spiritual event last night, and it was a Akashic record, like learning how to access. And it's so funny because a while back I reached out to someone to read my Akashic records, and every time I tried to pay for it, everything went to shit. It would not let me pay for it. My cards got denied. They got closed out to the point where like they were fraudulent. I couldn't do anything about it. I had to go to the bank days later to turn them back on. And when I was at the Akashic record reading, she was teaching us how to like go into the Akashic records on our own and access the information. And one thing I realized is that I've been I, I've been in there, and I've been accessing the Akashic records now for months. Um, and after that whole thing happened where they told me that my cards got denied and all this stuff, I was like, the universe is telling me that I'm not supposed to do this right now. And days later, Spirit said to me, you can access them. And I guess I didn't really know what they were until I started really understanding that it's kind of like the collective consciousness of past lives. And I was recently in a client session, a client reading, like a spiritual guided reading, and I was able to access their Akashic records. And it was very interesting to me because this is not something I think I realized I was able to do. Um, but when I think back to the time over my life, like I've definitely daydreamed to some of these places of different dimensions and things like that, other than Earth as well, by the way. So I am a star seed, and I have lives in many other galaxies and dimensions, and I do remember them. And I've been able to kind of like go back to them. But now, because I took that class, I have like way more understanding about what's going on, and like clarity around that. And, you know, it's very interesting to be able to go into the Akashic records. I think also I've learned how to do past life regressions as well through meditation with other people. And it's been really interesting to understand like a phobia that you have in this life and how it's connected to past lives. So if any of this like is interesting to you, or you want to know about your own records, or I guess I can teach people now how to kind of access them if they'd like. Please feel free to reach out to me through my website. You can schedule with me that way. Um, but it was a really cool realization for me to have, and I just thought I'd share it. Love and light.